My beloved child, do not do it. I do not care what you have planned, what you have reasoned, or how many justifications you have convinced yourself with. Stop immediately. Do not take another step. Do not move forward even a single inch on that path. If you stubbornly continue, you will cross a boundary that you must never cross, and once you have crossed it, there will be no way back, no way to undo it, and you will have to face consequences that cannot be reversed. Stop and pay attention to these words. Let them sink deep into your mind and soul. Do not let stubbornness or pride blind you to the truth. Do not let curiosity or defiance drive you to disregard my warning. You may think you are strong enough to withstand anything, wise enough to avoid every trap, but you cannot see all that I see. You do not know the dangers that await you ahead, but I know them in every detail. If you do not listen to me, if you ignore this warning, you will miss your last chance to turn back. You will step past a boundary I have set to protect you, one that must never be crossed. It is the boundary between light and darkness, between life and death, between blessing and destruction. And once you have crossed it, all regret, all pleas will be in vain. You will not be able to change your decision, to reverse time, or to escape the consequences of your own choice. My child, there is a boundary that you must never cross. It is not a restriction I have placed to limit your freedom, but a safeguard to protect you from destruction. It is the boundary between right and wrong, between truth and deception, between my light and the enemy's darkness. Your enemy knows this better than anyone. He understands that if you cross that boundary, you will be imprisoned in the chains of sin and despair. He knows that once you step over, he will have the right to control you, to imprison you in eternal darkness. But the enemy relentlessly provokes you to step over it. He never rests, never ceases to tempt you. He uses every scheme, every lie, every enticing deception to lure you closer to that boundary. He will make you believe that you can cross it without harm, that you can step over and return whenever you choose. But that is a lie. The enemy never has good intentions for you. He wants you to fall into his snare, to lose the freedom and peace that I have given you. He will use your past to weaken you. He will remind you of old mistakes, of wounds that have not healed, of painful memories. He will make you feel guilty and ashamed, making you think you are unworthy of my forgiveness and love. But remember this: I forgave you long ago. I bore all your sins upon myself. Do not let the past imprison you. Do not let lies rob you of hope and peace. He will use your present to shake you. He will make you doubt your worth, your purpose, the future I have prepared for you. He will plant fear and insecurity in your heart, making you feel useless and alone. But you are never alone, for I am always with you, even when you do not sense my presence. Do not let present struggles make you forget my eternal promise. He will use your future to confuse you. He will make you anxious about things that have not happened, afraid of things that are not real. He will make you feel powerless in the face of challenges you have not even encountered. But your future is in my hands, the hands that created the universe, that named every star, and that have ordained every step of your path. Do not worry about tomorrow, for I have already gone before you and prepared everything you need. I am doing everything I can to save you from that fate. I am calling you to turn back before it is too late. I am reaching out to pull you back into my light, so that you do not step into the darkness from which there is no escape. Look back. Reflect on the path you have taken. Do you see the signs I have sent to you? How many times have I gently warned you, placed obstacles before you, whispered into your heart to remind you to turn around, and yet You continue forward, drawing ever closer to that dangerous boundary. My child, this is not a game, not a challenge that you can risk pushing through. This is a line that once crossed, you will not be able to return from as you want. The enemy is trying to blind you, making you believe that you still have time, that you are still in control. But that is a lie. He is urging you on, whispering in your ear that just a little more won't hurt, that one more step will not change anything. But my child, one more step may be too late. One more time may be the point of no return. The enemy does not care what happens to you afterward. He only wants you to go too far, so far that there is no way back. Look at those who have gone before you, those who ignored my warnings. They thought they were wise enough to handle it, that they could stop whenever they wanted. But, my child, the truth is they were drawn in, trapped by their own wrong choices. Once you step into the enemy's snare, it will tighten around you little by little until you no longer have the strength to break free. I do not want you to become one of them. I do not want to see you walk that path. I love you, and because of this love, I must speak to you with all seriousness. Stop, right now. Walk away from that temptation. Do not let the lies blind you. Do not let the illusion of fleeting pleasure sweep you away. Because behind what seems sweet is a deep abyss of darkness beyond what you can imagine. My child, the time has come for you to choose. This is not the time to hesitate or compromise. Will you listen to me and return? Or will you ignore my voice and keep going? Remember, this decision does not only affect today, it could shape your entire future. Do not gamble with what is most important in your life. I am not just speaking to you as a warning, but as a call to return. If you have come too close to that boundary, run back to me now. Let go of whatever is holding you. Cut off what is pulling you away. I know there are things binding you, things that feel impossible to leave behind. But my child, whatever is keeping you from turning back, it is not worth losing everything. Place your hand in mine. Let me lead you out of this snare. Remember, I am not only the one who warns you, but also the one who saves you. I do not only tell you of the danger, I am the way out. But you must decide. You must truly desire to leave. You must truly listen to me. There is no room for hesitation, no place for delay. If you stand there wavering, you will not make it in time. My beloved child, do not wait until it is too late. Do not wait until you realize that you have crossed the boundary I warned you about, only to find yourself desperately seeking a way back that is no longer there. Trust me. Believe that everything I say is for your good, spoken out of the love I have for you. A father who truly loves his child will not remain silent when he sees his child walking toward danger. And I, the one who loves you more than anyone ever could, cannot stand idly by as you rush toward the abyss without trying to save you. Listen to my words this time. Do not test the limits of danger. Do not take another step forward. Stop now and turn back. If you do, you will find peace in your heart, and you will see that I have always been here, waiting for you with open arms, ready to welcome you home. But if you ignore this warning, I cannot guarantee what will happen next. Choose wisely, my beloved child. Choose life. Choose peace. Choose me. My beloved child, I am the one who created you, the Father who watches over you, the one who has written every page of your life with love and good intentions. There is nothing about you that I do not know. every thought in your heart, every small joy, every silent tear that falls. I know what you have been through, the trials you have faced, the moments when you stumbled, and the times you fought to stand back up. And because I love you, I want you to understand that you are not alone. I have prepared a path for you, a way that leads to peace, to steadfastness, and to a future filled with hope. But my child, to walk on that path, you must trust me. You must listen to my voice, and you must allow me to guide you. Right now, you are standing at a crucial crossroads. You may not realize it, but the path you choose will determine your destiny. It will not only affect today, but could alter the course of your entire life. Do you see it? This world is full of dazzling roads, but not all of them lead to life. Some roads may appear safe, easy, and even seem like the best choice, yet they gradually pull you away from my presence. And once you drift away from me, you also step out of my protection, and you will not realize you are entering dangerous territory until it is too late. Do you remember the times I rescued you from danger? The moments I placed barriers on your path to prevent you from stumbling? How many times have you felt a heavy weight in your heart when you were about to take the wrong path? That was me, speaking to you, pulling you back. But if you no longer listen to me, if you let the voices of the world drown out my voice, if you harden your heart against my warnings, then one day you will no longer hear me at all. Not because I have left you, but because you have gone so far that you no longer sense my presence. My child, do not let this happen. Do not let the temptations before you make you forget the true purpose I have placed within you. The world may offer you empty promises, fleeting glory, but all of it is an illusion. What I have for you is not something temporary, not something that only shines on the surface yet is hollow inside. What I have for you is a future filled with hope, a destiny that is secure, a life of true meaning. I have already prepared this path for you, but you must choose to walk on it. I will not force you. I can guide, I can warn, I can reach out to lift you up, but in the end, the decision is yours. If you follow my voice, you will step into a life of fullness, a journey of peace where no fear can shake you. But if you turn away from me, if you allow other things to lead you, then you are placing yourself in danger you may not yet see. The consequences of your choices may not be immediate, but every small step away from me will eventually lead to the day you realize you have lost your way and have lost what is most precious. My child, I do not speak these words to frighten you, but because I want you to recognize the seriousness of the choice you are about to make. I have seen too many people lose themselves because of wrong decisions. They once had the chance to turn back, the opportunity to take my hand, but they chose to continue on a path that led them away from me. And when they finally realized it, it was too late. I do not want you to be one of them. You must understand that you cannot control everything on your own. You may think you are strong enough to withstand, that you are wise enough to make decisions without listening to me, but no one can overcome the enemy's snares by their own strength alone. It is I who am your fortress, I who am the only place where you can find absolute safety. Come to me, place your trust in me, and let me guide your steps. If today you feel uncertain, if your heart is struggling between two paths, then let me make it clear to you. Choose the path that draws you closer to me. Choose life. Choose hope. Choose the destiny I have written for you. You cannot walk my path while keeping one foot in the ways of the world. You must decide, and I pray you will choose wisely. My beloved child, you cannot imagine how dangerous your enemy truly is. He is not just an ordinary tempter whom you can easily recognize and resist. He is the most cunning deceiver, a predator who lurks in the shadows, watching your every step, knowing your every weakness, every fear, every unspoken longing within you. He does not rush to pull you into destruction all at once. Instead, little by little, he plants thoughts in your mind that seem harmless. He makes you believe that you are still in control, that you are wise enough to turn back when needed. But my child, that is only part of the trap he has set for you. The enemy knows exactly what can shake your faith, what can slow you down on the path I have laid before you. He knows you long for love, and he can bring you counterfeit affections, relationships that do not come from me, but are disguised with sweet words. He knows you seek validation, and he will whisper in your ear that you must prove your worth by chasing after what the world values. He sees the wounds in your heart, and instead of healing them, he convinces you that the wrong ways will make you feel better. He tells you that just this once will do no harm, that you can cross the line and return whenever you wish. But my child, I beg you, do not be deceived. Do not let his sweet words blind you. The enemy never gives you anything without taking something more precious in return. Everything he promises you comes with a price that by the time you realize may have cost you too much. He may make you feel strong, but in truth he is draining your strength. He may make you believe you are walking in freedom, but in reality, you are slowly being bound. You may think you are in control, but the truth is, you are falling into a trap he laid long ago. My child, listen to me. Be careful, stay vigilant. Do not let the enemy steal the precious things I have given you. Do not let him take your joy, rob you of the peace I have placed in your heart. Do not let him strip away the hope I have planted within you. And above all, do not let him pull you away from me, from the only love that can truly save you. It doesn't just want to see you fall. It wants to keep you there. It doesn't just want you to make mistakes. It wants you to believe that you can never rise again. It doesn't just want you to be lost. It wants you to despair so deeply that you see no way back. It will make you believe that you've gone too far, that you've broken too much, that you've lost your chance to begin again. But, my child, all of that is a lie, for I am here. I have always been here, and nothing can change my love for you. You may have stumbled, but you don't have to stay down. You may have lost your way, but I can bring you back. You may feel broken, but I can heal you. No matter how far you have gone, the moment you turn back, you will find me waiting for you. I am not just the one who gives you a new chance. I am the one who can make things better than you ever imagined. I am not just the one who forgives you. I am the one who restores you. When you return to me, I will not only welcome you with open arms, but I will give you a new life, a new path, a new hope. What the enemy has stolen, I can restore. What you have lost, I can return. But my child, you must decide now. You cannot keep standing between two paths, holding on to the things of this world while still expecting my protection. I have given you the freedom to choose, but I long for you to choose wisely. Do not delay any longer. Do not harden your heart against my call. Do not let the enemy keep you bound in its deception. I call you not with force, but with love. I do not want you to come to me in fear. I want you to know that this is where you belong. This is your safe place. This is where you will be healed. This is where you can begin again. You do not have to struggle to find the way on your own, because I am the way. My beloved, I know there is a battle waging inside you right now, a war only you can feel. You may be standing at the edge of a decision, feeling the pull to take another step, to cross a line you were never meant to cross. The enemy is whispering in your ear, telling you that just one more step won't hurt, that you can try it once, that you are strong enough to turn back if things don't go as planned. But my child, that is a lie. I speak to you with all love and care. Stop now. Do not let yourself be drawn in by sweet words that conceal a deadly trap. Do not let curiosity pull you further than you should go. I know you feel like you need to see what is on the other side of that line. But my child, do not let curiosity lead you to a place where my light cannot reach. Beyond that line, there is nothing but darkness, nothing but emptiness and pain deeper than anything you have ever known. That is where the enemy's lies will become a crushing reality. That is where you will realize that the promises of pleasure only lead to loss. That is where every step will become heavier, where you will feel lost in the thickest night, where you may cry out, but no one will answer. I know what you are searching for. You are seeking freedom, searching for meaning, longing for something that can fill the emptiness in your heart. But, my beloved, there is nothing on the other side that can truly satisfy you. What the enemy promises you are nothing but empty words, fleeting illusions, things that may bring you momentary pleasure, but will leave you with an unending sorrow. Look at those who have gone before you, those who ignored my warnings. At first they thought they could control everything, that they were wise enough to know when to stop. But my child, no one can escape the trap that the enemy has laid out on their own. Once you step over that line, each step forward will become easier, but not in the way you expect. Each step will pull you deeper, and with every choice, you will lose a part of yourself. I do not want to see you lost. I do not want to see you walk a path that I know will lead to your suffering. I do not want you to trade the peace I have given you for the enemy's empty promises. So, my child, stop. Do not take another step. Do not test how far you can go. Do not gamble with your soul. You may think that you can still turn back, that you can still control everything, but my beloved, the enemy never plays fair. He does not just want you to cross the line, he wants to keep you there. He wants you to believe that once you have entered, there is no way back. He wants you to feel trapped, to believe that you are unworthy of returning, to think that I have abandoned you. But my child, do not let him deceive you. On the other side of that boundary, there is only regret. Regret that never fades, regret that cannot be undone. It is the regret of realizing that you have made the wrong choice, that you have walked a path leading to destruction. It is the regret of knowing that you missed the chance to turn back, that you ignored my warnings and walked into a darkness with no escape. It is the regret of trading everything just to satisfy a fleeting curiosity, only to pay for it with an eternal loss. That is the place where my light cannot reach, not because my light is limited, but because you have chosen to walk away from it. It is the place where you turn your back on the light of truth and step into the darkness of deception. When you cross that line, you abandon the light of hope, choosing instead to live in despair and spiritual blindness. You will no longer feel the warmth of the light. no longer see the way out of the darkness, and no longer find your way home. That is the place where my voice cannot be heard, not because I have stopped speaking, but because you have chosen to close your ears to my call. My voice still echoes, still patiently waits for you to turn back. But when you cross that line, you shut the door of your heart and mind to my voice. You will no longer hear my comfort, my guidance, or my counsel. You will only hear the whispers of lies and despair, the seductive but poisonous voices of the enemy. That is the place where my presence cannot be felt, not because I have abandoned you, but because you have walked away from me. I have never left you, never stopped loving you. But when you step into that darkness, you choose to separate yourself from my presence, to live in isolation and despair. You will no longer feel the peace I bring, no longer see my unconditional love, and no longer experience my protection. Do not go there, my child. Do not let curiosity or temptation steal your peace and my light. Do not let deception lead you to cross that boundary. Do not step beyond that boundary. Do not let anything cause you to go astray. Turn back now before it is too late. Return to me, the place of peace, hope, and everlasting love. True fulfillment cannot be found in fleeting things, in temporary achievements, or in the passing pleasures of this world. True fulfillment does not come from wealth, fame, or power, but from the very source of life, me. I am the fountain of all abundance and completeness. Every good thing, every pure thing, and all that is holy flows from me. I am the Creator, the one who has placed within your heart a deep longing for eternal satisfaction that only I can fill. You may seek fulfillment in your work, in relationships, or in the approval of others. But all of these are temporary and cannot bring true wholeness. You may pursue great ambitions and achieve everything the world admires, but in the end you will feel empty without me. Everything you strive to build by your own strength will fade like dust. Every accomplishment will lose its value if your trust is not placed in me. True fulfillment can only be found in a deep relationship with me, a relationship not based on conditions or requirements, but on unconditional love and complete acceptance. I do not desire merely to bless you with material things. I long to fill your soul with a profound peace and an unspeakable joy. I want you to experience fulfillment that does not come from what you possess, but from the realization that you belong to me, and I belong to you. True wholeness cannot be found in external success or human relationships. It can only be found in me, the one who has created you in a marvelous and wonderful way. I did not create you merely to exist, but to live a life of fullness and purpose. Wholeness is not about being flawless or without mistakes. It is about the completeness found in the love, peace, and joy that I give you. I know every flaw within you, every scar from the past, and every weakness you carry. But I do not see you through the lens of your failures or mistakes. I see you through the lens of my unconditional love. Wholeness does not come from your perfection, but from the perfection of my love for you. When you place your trust in me and allow me into every part of your life, I will fill every empty place, heal every wound, and restore everything that has been lost. True freedom is not the ability to do whatever you wish, nor is it the escape from responsibilities or obligations. True freedom is the freedom from the chains of sin, from the bondage of fear, and from the captivity of the past. I have paid the highest price to give you absolute freedom, a freedom that is not limited by circumstances, nor shaken by fear. In me you will find freedom from every burden of sin and regret. You will no longer have to live in fear of the past or worry about the future, for I have wiped away all your sins with my innocent blood, and I have prepared the very best for your future. You do not need to strive for perfection, to hide your wounds, or to seek the approval of the world. You are free to be true to yourself, to walk in the strength and confidence of my beloved child. I am the way, the path that leads to life, peace, and eternal joy. That path is not always smooth or easy, but it will always lead you to a place of peace and complete abundance. I am the truth, the unchanging truth that remains steadfast no matter how the world shifts. This truth is not an abstract theory or a rigid doctrine, but a living and powerful reality that has transformed your life. I am the life, life in its fullness, overflowing not just in the body but also in the spirit and the soul. I am the source of all that is good, pure, and holy. No goodness in this world exists apart from me. No purity endures outside of my presence, and no holiness is given except by my grace. In me you will find peace that surpasses all understanding, a peace that is unshaken by circumstances and untouched by fleeting emotions. In me you will find unspeakable joy, a joy that does not depend on external conditions, that is not bound by time or space. This joy flows from my presence, from the certainty that you are holy and unconditionally loved. In me you will find unconditional love, a love that is not based on perfection or achievement, that is not shaken by mistakes or failures. This love never fades, never abandons, and never demands anything from you except trust and surrender. My child, I do not warn you to control or restrict you. I do not desire for you to live in fear or bondage, but I long for you to be completely free and fulfilled. I do not want you to lose the best things I have prepared for you, nor do I want you to walk into the shadows of despair and suffering. I warn you because I love you, with an everlasting love that never changes and never fades. Return to me, and you will find the fulfillment, the wholeness, and the freedom your heart longs for. Let me be your way, your truth, and your life. Let me fill every void, heal every wound, and grant you peace, joy, and unconditional love. My beloved child, open your heart to my words. Do not let your heart grow hardened, and do not close your mind to my earnest call. Do you not know? I do not come to you with condemnation, nor do I come to accuse or judge you. No, I come to you with compassion, with an unchanging love, with infinite patience. I know your weaknesses. I know how many times you have stumbled. I know how far you have wandered. But my child, I do not look at you with anger. I do not come to question you or demand that you fix everything on your own. I come to lift you out of the chains that bind you, to free you from the deceptions of the enemy, to grant you the true freedom that only I can give. Do you hear my voice calling? My voice is not one of threat, nor one of condemnation. It is the voice of mercy, of forgiveness, of boundless grace. You may have done wrong, you may have wandered far, you may have fallen so deeply that you no longer recognize yourself. But my child, nothing can ever stop me from loving you. No mistake is too great for my grace to cover. No wound is too deep for me to heal. No darkness is too thick for my light to break through. Do you see, my child? This world always seeks to bring you down when you make a mistake. It condemns you, calls you by names filled with scorn, and makes you believe that you have lost your worth. The enemy whispers in your ear that you have gone too far, that there is no way back, that you have lost every chance for forgiveness. But my child, All of that is a lie, for I, the one who created you, the one who knew you even before you were born, will never abandon you. I do not only want to rescue you from the captivity of darkness, I want to restore you. I do not only want to bring you out of suffering, I want to make you stronger, to heal the wounds within you, to wipe away the tears you have silently shed. I want to make you whole so that you no longer live in brokenness, no longer carry the weight of the past, no longer be bound by the enemy's lies. My beloved, I know you have been hurt. I know there are things in your past that you cannot erase on your own. I know you once trusted, but you were betrayed. I know you once tried, but you failed. I know you once loved, but you were abandoned. I know you once had dreams, but now they may have shattered. You may think that nothing can make your life new again, that all you can do is endure, to keep living without hope. But, my child, I tell you, that is not the truth. For I am the one who brings the dead to life, the one who turns ashes into glory, the one who transforms brokenness into something new and beautiful. If you feel like you have lost everything, remember that I am the one who can restore all things. If you feel like your heart is empty, remember that I am the wellspring that never runs dry. If you feel like you no longer have the strength to move forward, remember that I am the one who will uphold you, who will carry you through the paths you cannot walk on your own. My child, do not be afraid to come to me. I am not waiting for you in anger. I am standing with open arms to welcome you. I do not need you to be perfect, nor do I need you to prove anything before you return. I only ask that you come with an honest heart. Come to me even when you feel unworthy. Come to me even when you do not know what to say. Come to me even when you carry burdens, unhealed wounds, and lingering pain. Do you know, when you return, I will not only forgive you, I will prosper you. I will not only pull you out of darkness, I will place you in the light. I will not only break the chains that bind you, I will bless you and give you a future beyond what you can imagine. This world may have called you a failure, but I call you beloved. This world may have rejected you, but I have chosen you. This world may have knocked you down, but I will lift you up. You are not defined by your past. You are not defined by your mistakes. You are my child, and I have placed upon you a purpose greater than you have ever known. So, my child, come to me today. Do not delay. Do not let the lies make you hesitate. Do not let fear keep you from the wonders I have prepared for you. Believe that my love for you is real, that my redemption is real, that my promises are real. I am standing right here before you, arms open wide, waiting for you. I have never left you. I have never abandoned you. My love for you is not based on what you have done, but on who I am. A love that is eternal, unchanging, and unwavering. Return to me, my beloved. Let me do what only I can do. Transform you, heal you, restore you, and bless you beyond what you have ever dreamed. For you were not born to live in darkness. You were not born to be imprisoned by fear. You were born to belong to the light, to live in freedom, to receive all the goodness that I have already prepared for you. But you must choose, my child. I have spoken, I have warned, I have called out with all my love and mercy, but in the end, the choice remains in your hands. No one can decide for you. No one can force you to do what is right. No one can live your life or bear the consequences of your choices but you. You must choose, not just with words, but with your actions and your heart. A choice is not hesitation between two opinions. It is a firm commitment to follow the path you know to be true. Do not let your heart waver in fear or doubt. Do not let the temptations of this world or the lies of the enemy lead you astray. Choosing to follow me is not always easy, but it is the only choice that leads to life, peace, and eternal wholeness. You must choose to listen to my voice, the gentle yet powerful call that echoes within your soul. I do not force you to listen, but if you open your heart and humbly listen, you will realize that my voice is not merely an invitation, but absolute guidance and protection. My voice never deceives, never misleads. My voice always leads you to a place of peace, joy, and everlasting love. You must take heed of my warning, not to frighten you, but to protect you from destruction and suffering. I see every snare the enemy has set on your path. I know every cunning scheme waiting for you at every turn. I do not want you to endure pain or loss, to fall into despair or regret. My warning is not restriction or control, but the loving protection of a father for his child. You must choose to obey my commands, not out of fear or compulsion, but out of love and absolute trust. I do not command you to assert my authority, but because I know what is best for you. My commands are not bondage or oppression, but guidance on the path of prosperity and peace. When you obey my commands, you do not lose freedom. You find true freedom. Freedom from every chain of sin and despair. You must choose to turn away from the path of destruction and walk upon the path of life. The path of destruction may seem appealing and easy, but it only leads to loss and suffering. It is paved with sweet-sounding lies, with temptations that seem harmless, yet in the end it drags you into the abyss of despair and ruin. The path of life is not always easy, not always smooth, but it is the only path that leads to eternal fulfillment and wholeness. You must choose to stand against the enemy who never gives up its intent to destroy you, who never ceases in its deception and temptation. It will not attack you with overt force, but with subtle lies and sweet enticements. It will make you doubt my love and faithfulness, instill fear about the future, and lead you into despair over the past. But you are not alone in this battle, for I have given you strength and power to overcome every temptation and every attack of the enemy. You must stand firm in faith, a faith that is unshaken by circumstances, unmoved by temporary symptoms or the lies of the enemy. Your faith is not vague or a fragile hope, but a firm assurance and conviction that my word is certain, that my healing and deliverance belong to you. Faith is not the denial of reality, but the recognition of divine truth that surpasses all visible circumstances. You must put on the full armor of God. Armor not to attack others, but to protect yourself from every assault of the enemy. Put on the belt of truth so that you will not be deceived by its subtle lies. Put on the breastplate of righteousness to guard your heart against condemnation and sin. Wear the helmet of salvation to keep your faith and hope steadfast in all circumstances. Take up the sword of the Spirit, my word, to counter every temptation and attack of the enemy. You must choose to place your full trust in me, not only in times of ease, but also in the most difficult moments. Believe that I am always with you, that I am always working for your highest good. Believe that my love never fades, that my promises never fail, and that my power never runs dry. You must choose to surrender your will, desires, plans, and your very life to me. You must choose to relinquish control and submit to my will, for my will is always good and perfect for you. You must choose to take up your cross and follow me, not to endure meaningless suffering, but to live a life of strength and fullness in my love and grace. You must choose, my child. I cannot choose for you, I will not force you, but I am calling you with eternal love and boundless mercy. Choose life, choose freedom, and choose my everlasting love. I am waiting for you with open arms and a heart full of love. I know this choice is not easy. I know the battle within you is real, that the enemy relentlessly attacks you with fear, doubt, and temptation. I know that your flesh is weak, that your mind is easily swayed by the enemy's sweet-sounding lies. I know that you are facing unseen pressures and burdens no one else can fully understand. But I also know that I am greater than the enemy, not by a little, but absolutely. The enemy may be cunning and deceptive, but my power surpasses every scheme it devises. The enemy may try to make you afraid, but my power can dispel all fear within you. The enemy may plant doubt in your heart, but my word can strengthen your faith. The enemy may cause you to stumble, but my mighty hand can lift you up and set you on a firm foundation. My spirit is greater than the flesh, not by force or coercion, but by gentle and patient guidance. My spirit does not compel you to do what is right, but leads you on the path of peace and truth. My spirit does not make you feel ashamed or condemned, but gives you peace and freedom. When you are weak, my spirit will strengthen you. When you are confused, my spirit will grant you wisdom and clarity. When you are afraid, my spirit will fill you with courage and peace. I know that with me, all things are possible. Nothing is too difficult for me, no challenge too great, and no enemy too powerful. I created the universe from nothing, laid the foundations of the earth, and established the laws of nature. I caused the sea to retreat, made the sun stand still, and opened a way in the wilderness. No circumstance can limit my power, and no obstacle can hinder my work in your life. I know that you feel too weak, too small, and too helpless in the face of trials and difficulties. But I also know that my strength is made perfect in your weakness. When you are at your weakest, that is when my power is displayed most mightily. When you feel you can no longer take another step forward, I will lift you up and carry you in my mighty arms. I know that all you need to do is take the first step in faith, not a step taken with absolute certainty or complete confidence, but a small and sincere step. Your faith does not need to be perfect, nor does it need to be great or strong all at once. I do not require you to have flawless faith, only a mustard seed of faith, small but full of hope. I do not ask you to understand everything, only to be willing to trust in me, even with the faintest glimmer of hope. All you need to do is lift your eyes to me, not to seek perfection, but to seek peace and comfort. When you fix your eyes on me, you will no longer be swept away by the chaos and anxieties of the world. When you look to me, you will no longer see destruction or despair, but the light of hope and deep peace. When you lift your eyes to me, all fear will fade, all doubt will be cast away, and all unrest will be replaced with absolute security. All you need to do is call upon me, not with eloquent or lengthy words, but with a sincere cry from the depths of your heart. I am not moved by the beauty of words, but by the sincerity of the heart. You do not need to persuade me with clever reasoning or logic. You only need to call upon me with humility and unwavering trust. Even if your cry is weak or trembling, I hear it, and I will answer with all my love and mercy. I will be there, not as a distant presence, but as a real and powerful one. I will not only stand beside you, but I will walk with you through every path you take. I will not only listen to your prayers, but I will respond with my mighty works. I will not only comfort you, but I will heal every wound in your soul. I will not only protect you, but I will fight for you in every battle. I will meet you right where you are. Whether you stand on the heights of victory or collapse in the depths of despair, I do not wait for you to be perfect or strong before I come to you. I will meet you in your weakest moment, in your helplessness and brokenness. I will meet you in your tears, in your pain, and in the depths of your sorrow. I will meet you in your exhaustion and weariness, in the moments when you feel you have no strength left to continue. I will lift you up, not merely with words of comfort, but with the mighty action of my power. I will lift you up from fear and despair, from every bondage and chain. I will lift you up from weakness and weariness, from every burden that weighs heavily upon your shoulders. I will lift you up with my infinite love and mercy. I will carry you, not because you are helpless, but because I love you, and I do not want you to walk alone in sorrow and despair. I will carry you on my strong shoulders, bringing you through every storm and every trial. I will not let you walk alone in the darkness, nor will I allow you to collapse under the weight of pain and exhaustion. I will lead you to victory, not by your own strength, but by my absolute power. I will fight for you. I will make a way for you, and I will bring you to a place of peace and glory. Walk in faith. Fix your eyes on me. Call upon me, and I will be there. I will lift you up. I will carry you, and I will lead you to triumphant victory. My beloved child, I never expect you to carry everything on your own. I do not require you to fight the battles of life by yourself. I know you are weak. I know you cannot face all these challenges by your own strength. I never want you to struggle alone against the storms surrounding you. That is why I am calling you, not so that you may wrestle with exhaustion, but so that you may learn to rely on me, to place your trust in me, and to let me be your strength. Do you know that I never call you to walk without giving you my protection? I do not send you into battle without weapons. I do not ask you to step onto the battlefield without shelter. On the contrary, I have already prepared to fight for you. I want to be your strong fortress, your shield that protects you from every arrow of the enemy. I want to be your safest refuge, the place where you can run whenever you are weary, whenever you feel drained, whenever you need a place to rest. But my child, you must allow me to do this for you. You cannot keep relying on yourself, believing that you can manage, that you can find your own way, that you can fight on your own. You cannot hold on to me while also trying to control everything according to your own understanding. You cannot ask me to fight for you while also insisting on wielding the weapons yourself and determining the course of battle. You must let go. You must fully surrender. You must truly allow me to be your protector, the unshakable stronghold in which you take refuge. I know that surrender is not easy. I know that releasing control can feel terrifying. You are used to making your own decisions, to relying on your own abilities. But my child, have you not seen? The very moments when you try to control everything are the moments you feel most exhausted. The times when you strive in your own strength are the times you feel most drained. The times when you believe you can manage without me are the times you experience the most painful failures. I do not want you to live a life of struggle like this. I do not want you to constantly be tense, constantly bearing the weight alone, constantly worrying about the future. I want you to walk in peace. I want you to live in absolute security, knowing that no matter what happens, you are in my hands, and I will never let you fall. Do you know what I long for, my child? I do not expect you to be perfect before coming to me. I do not expect you to have all the answers, to have everything in order, or to become strong before you surrender to me. No. I only long for you to come to me just as you are. Whether you are weak, whether you are afraid, whether you are stumbling, or whether you are confused, just come, and I will take care of the rest. I want to love you, my child. I want you to experience my love in a way you have never known before. A love that is not based on what you have done or what you can do, but on my very nature. A love that does not waver, does not change, and does not abandon you no matter what. A love that is ready to forgive, ready to embrace, ready to welcome you back no matter how far you have gone. I want to heal you. I see the wounds you have tried to hide. I see the pain you dare not speak of. I see the memories you do not want anyone to touch. But my child, you do not have to hide from me. You do not have to be strong before me. I know it all, and I do not turn away from you because of it. On the contrary, I want to touch those wounds. I want to heal the broken places in your heart. I want to renew you, to help you walk without the burdens of the past weighing upon your shoulders. I want to transform you. I do not only want you to be forgiven. I do not only want you to be healed. I want you to be strong, to shine, to become the person I created you to be. I want to transform you from someone crushed by the weight of life into someone who carries my light. I want to change you from someone bound by fear into a mighty warrior of faith. I want to turn you from someone shackled by the past into someone who walks in true freedom. But for that to happen, you must let me be your God. Not just a distant idea, not just someone you turn to when you need help, but your God, the one you love, trust, and obey. The one you follow every day, not just in times of trouble, the one to whom you fully surrender your life, not just the parts you are willing to give up. Are you willing to let me enter your life in the fullest way? Are you ready to let me be your everything? Not just someone you have heard about, but someone you truly walk with. Not just someone you know of, but someone you talk to every day. Not just someone you seek when you need solutions, but someone you worship, love, and entrust everything to. My beloved child, I stand before you with unchanging love, with open arms, with the peace you have been searching for. I am inviting you into a new journey, a journey where you no longer have to fight alone, a journey where I will walk beside you. So my child, let me be your everything. Let me love you, heal you, and transform you. Let me truly be your God, the one you trust, the one you worship, the one who alone can give you a full and eternal life. O my beloved, do not delay. Do not hesitate in uncertainty. Do not let hesitation pull you further away from me. Do not think you can wait until tomorrow, that you can take more time to reflect, that you will have other opportunities to decide. My child, time waits for no one, and you do not know when your last opportunity will be. Do not let your heart be lulled to sleep by the enemy's lies, telling you that you can continue living as you are without consequences. I call you right now, for this is the time. Do not let your heart become hardened to my voice. Do not let your heart drift so far that you can no longer hear my call. This moment is the opportunity I have given you. This is not just an invitation, but a solemn calling. Once this opportunity passes, you will not be able to reclaim it. Do not let regret find you later. You think you can delay this decision, but you do not know what lies ahead. This world guarantees you nothing except its fleeting nature and constant change. Everything you believe you hold in your hands can vanish in the blink of an eye. You may think you have time to turn back, that you can wait until it is more convenient. But, my child, do you not see that this very moment has been ordained for you? You do not need to wait until you feel worthy. You do not need to wait until you feel strong enough. You do not need to wait until you can handle everything on your own. Come now, just as you are. Come to me with your wounds, with your doubts, with the burdens you carry. Come to me with all your heart, a heart that is sincere, a heart that is willing, a heart that longs to be transformed. Hold nothing back, hide nothing from me. Let me see through you, for I have known everything about you, even before you uttered a single word. Come to me with all your soul, with your deepest longings, with the pains you have never spoken, with the dreams you thought were buried. Let me fill you. Let me complete the emptiness that this world can never satisfy. Come to me with all your mind, so that I may renew your thoughts, so that I may give you understanding far beyond what you have ever known. Do not let the negativity of the world hold you back. Do not let the voices of fear and doubt drown out the truth I am speaking to you. Let me transform your mind, so that you may see your life as I see it, a life full of hope, full of purpose, full of life. Come to me with all your strength. Let nothing hinder you. Even if you feel weary, come. Even if you feel weak, come. Even if you do not know how to move forward, come. I will never push you away, never reject you, never disappoint you. I am waiting for you. I have waited for you for so long, with a love that never fades, with a patience that knows no end. I am not angry with you for hesitating, but I want you to understand that you cannot delay any longer, for I do not want to see you lost for another day. I do not want to see you suffer for another moment. I want to hold you now, to let you know that you belong to me, that you are never abandoned, that you always have a safe place to return to. Come to me and I will give you rest. I will lift the burdens from your shoulders. I will uphold you when you feel exhausted. I will give you a place to stay, a place where you do not have to worry, do not have to fear, do not have to fight alone. Come to me, and I will give you peace, a peace unlike anything this world can offer, a peace that does not depend on circumstances, a peace that cannot be taken away. You have grown weary from chasing after empty things. You are exhausted from trying to control everything, though you never truly had control. Let me give you true peace, a peace that will keep you steady, even in the midst of the storm. Come to me. Do not let hesitation hold you back. Do not let fear make you falter. Do not let the lies of the enemy convince you that you are unworthy or not good enough to come to me. Do not let the wounds of the past turn you away from the love and healing I have prepared for you. Do not let doubt cause you to miss the peace, joy, and complete freedom that can only be found in me. Come to me now, Not when you feel good enough, not when you have everything in order, not when you have solved all the problems in your life. Do not wait until you feel worthy or strong enough. Do not wait until things become easier or circumstances seem more favorable. This very moment is the perfect time to come to me, because I do not require you to be perfect or strong. I only desire you to come with sincerity and humility. Do not hesitate. Do not let time slip away in indecision and uncertainty. Do not let your heart waver because of doubts or fears. Do not let the temptations of this world cause you to delay surrendering and returning to me. Every moment of hesitation is a moment lost from the peace, joy, and freedom I long to give you. Do not delay. You do not need to worry about what others think, nor fear their judgment or criticism. You do not need to explain yourself or justify your decision to anyone. Simply come to me with a sincere and humble heart, and I will welcome you with loving arms and complete forgiveness. Do not doubt my love and faithfulness. Do not let fear make you question the forgiveness and healing I want to give you. Do not let the past make you doubt the future filled with hope and blessings that I have prepared for you. Do not let the lies of the enemy make you question your worth and the meaning of your life. Just come. You do not need to prepare or equip yourself with anything. You do not need to cleanse yourself or perfect yourself before coming to me. You do not need to strive to be worthy, for I have already accepted you long before you were born. I have loved you before you even knew of my existence. Come just as you are. There is no need to pretend or hide anything. Come to me with everything you have, with everything you carry in your heart. Come to me with your weaknesses, insecurities, and fears. Come to me with your exhaustion, weariness, and despair. Come to me with your deepest wounds and unhealed pain. Come to me with your regrets and the burdens of guilt you carry. Bring all your fears, the fear of the past, the present, and the future. The fear of failure, the fear of loss, the fear of loneliness. Bring all your doubts, the doubts about yourself, about life, and even about me. I do not ask you to have perfect faith. I only ask you to be willing to lay your doubts at my feet and allow me to renew your faith. Bring all your sins. There is no need to hide or cover them. I have seen everything, I know everything, and yet I love you completely. Do not let shame or guilt keep you away from me. I have taken all your sins upon the cross, and I have forgiven you fully. Let me cleanse you of all unrighteousness and renew your soul. Bring all your failures, every time you have fallen, every mistake, and every weakness. I do not demand perfection or success from you. I love you even in your failures and weaknesses. Let me transform every failure into a valuable lesson, every weakness into strength, and every fall into a powerful rising. Bring all your pain, the pain of the past, the pain of loss, and the pain of betrayal. Bring every wound of the heart and every emotional burden. I do not want you to hide your pain or pretend to be strong. I want you to bring all your pain to me, so that I may heal every wound, dissolve all sorrow, and restore peace to your soul. Bring all your regrets, every sorrow over what was lost, every remorse over wrong decisions. Do not let regret imprison you in the past. Let me set you free from that captivity, that I may give you a new beginning, a new life, and a renewed hope. Come to me, and I will take it all away. I will cleanse you with my innocent blood, renew your soul and mind. I will make you whole, not with the perfection of this world, but with the wholeness found in my love and grace. I will give you a new heart, a heart free from pain, free from fear, and free from despair. I will give you a new spirit, a spirit strong, full of faith, and filled with hope. I will give you a new life, a life abundant, fulfilled, and whole in my love and presence. I will give you my heart, a heart full of love, compassion, and forgiveness. I will give you my spirit, a spirit of strength, endurance, and power. I will give you my life, an abundant and eternal life that will never fade away. I will give you everything you need, not only for your physical needs, but also for your spiritual and emotional well-being. I will fulfill your deepest desires, not selfish wishes, but the longings that come from a sincere heart. I will give you myself, not just a portion, but wholly and completely. Come to me now and receive all the blessings I have prepared for you. My beloved child, have you ever wondered why your decisions often lead you into difficult situations? Why are there times when you feel as if you are on the right path, yet in the end you find yourself lost, confused, and wounded? I know the reason. It is because you often rely on your own understanding, your own strength, and your own limited perspective of this world. But my child, your wisdom is but a drop in the vast ocean. Your understanding cannot encompass all that your eyes have not seen, your ears have not heard, and your heart has not yet conceived. And because of this, you are easily swayed by emotions, influenced by the world, and worst of all, deceived by the lies of the enemy. The world constantly whispers sweet but dangerous words into your ears. It tells you that you are wise enough to decide on your own, that you need no guidance, that you can pursue anything you desire without considering the consequences. But my child, have you ever realized that these very lies have led you into pain, regret, and unforeseen failures? Have you ever felt weary of the decisions that seemed right at first, but later brought you heartache? Have you ever wondered if there is another path, one that does not lead to hurt, one that does not leave you lost or wandering? That is why I have given you my word, a light that never fades, a guidance that never fails. My word is not just pages written thousands of years ago. No, my child, it is my very breath, my very life given to you. It is my heart revealed, my wisdom entrusted to you, my love poured out upon you. It is not merely a book to be read as literature. It is the truth that has the power to set you free, the light that can dispel every darkness in your heart, the compass that can lead you on the right journey you have long been searching for. When you open my word, you are not just reading letters on a page. You are hearing my very voice. Every sentence, every word is my guidance for you. When you feel lost, let my word lead you. When you do not know which decision to make, let my word be your wisdom. When you feel weak, let my word sustain you, strengthen you, and remind you that you are never alone. My child, there are paths that seem to lead to happiness but end in destruction. There are choices that appear to bring fulfillment but ultimately leave only emptiness. But my word will never deceive you. My word will never lead you astray. My word is the lamp to your feet, the light that shines upon the path you must choose. When you allow my word to guide you, you will never have to fear the future, for you will know that you are walking in the perfect direction of the one who created you. But what must you do with my word? You cannot merely read it superficially. You cannot treat it as a book of moral lessons or a collection of wise sayings. You must let my word sink deep into your heart. Let it dwell within you. Let it transform the way you think, the way you feel, and the way you decide. When you allow my word to become a part of you, it will renew your mind, helping you discern what is true, what is false, what comes from me, and what does not belong to me. I know there are times when you find my word difficult to understand, times when it seems unrelated to your situation. But my child, be patient. Do not let what you do not yet understand cause you to give up. Let me open your understanding. Let me reveal the truth to you. When you seek me with all your heart, I will illuminate the things you have not yet seen. When you hunger for guidance, I will show you the right path. When you allow my word to lead you, you will no longer worry about your decisions, for you will know that you are walking in eternal wisdom. O my child, love my word. Treasure it as the most precious gift you can ever hold. Do not let the world distract you. Do not let the worries of life make you forget what matters most. Take time to meditate on my word. Let it be your foundation. Let it shape your life. When you allow my word to live within you, you will never be deceived, never be defeated, and never have to walk in uncertainty or confusion. Come to my word every day, not only when you need answers, but because you desire to hear my voice. Let my word become your joy, your strength, your source of life. Let it reveal to you the marvelous things I have prepared. Let it teach you how to love, how to forgive, how to live in perfect peace. My child, choose to walk in my way. Choose to let my word be your guide. Choose to let my word change you, transform you, and lift you up. And when you do, you will see the difference. You will feel peace overflowing in your heart. You will see wisdom leading you in every decision. You will experience an abundant life, a life full of meaning, a life beyond what you could ever imagine. So, are you willing to let my word be the light on your path? Are you ready to let me lead you on this journey? If you long for true life, if you desire a path that leads to no regret, if you want to walk in true freedom, then open your heart, let my word enter, and allow me to lead you into the great things I have prepared for you since before the foundation of the world. My beloved child, this world will always try to pull you in countless directions. It will fill your mind with worries, ambitions, and the voices of fame, wealth, and status. It will keep you so busy that you forget what truly matters. But I am calling you back to what is most essential. Put me above all else. Let me be the center of your life, the light that illuminates every step you take, the solid foundation on which you place your trust. I know that this world will try to make you forget my word. It will burden you with busyness, distract you, and fill your days with things that seem important but pull you away from me. But my child, do not be swept away by its currents. Set aside time for my word, even if only for a few minutes each day, for even a small light is enough to drive away the darkness. Even a single moment with me is enough to renew your entire day. When you begin your day with me, everything else in your life will fall into place. When you let my word be the center of your thoughts, you will see everything from a completely different perspective. When you let my word be the guide for your actions, you will walk in wisdom, in peace, and no longer be shaken by fleeting things. My dear child, I do not want you to keep my word to yourself, but to share it with those around you. This world is full of people who are lost, desperate, and longing for something to fill the emptiness in their hearts. Yet they do not know that the answer has always been there. In my word, in my presence, in the love I have for them. Tell them about the hope you have found in me. Let them know that no one is too far to be saved. No one is too sinful to be forgiven, and no one is too broken to be restored. Let your words be a light in their lives, a light that leads them to the truth, to the love I have always been ready to give them. Do you know, my child? There are people right beside you who are living in darkness, yet you may not realize it. They may smile on the outside, but within them lies a broken heart, a soul carrying wounds that have yet to heal. They may appear strong, yet they are burdened with weights they do not know how to lay down. You do not need eloquent words to tell them about me. Simply share from your own experience, from what I have done in your life. Let your life be a living testimony of the power of my word, of the love and transformation that I can bring. My child, the world needs light, and I want you to be that light. I want you to bring hope to those who have lost faith, to bring peace to those who are living in turmoil, to bring love to those who have never been loved the way I love them. I am not calling you to change the whole world in a day, but I am calling you to begin right where you are. Speak to one person, share with one person, love one person. Let the light within you shine, and I will take care of the rest. Oh, my child, do not be afraid. Do not think that you are not good enough, not knowledgeable enough, not holy enough to share about me. I am not looking for perfect people. I am looking for willing hearts. You do not need to have all the answers. You only need to know that I am the answer. Let me speak through you. Let me work through you. Let me use you in ways beyond what you have ever imagined. As you spread my word, you will also be filled by that very word. As you give my love, you will receive that love in greater abundance than ever before. As you live out this calling, you will no longer feel empty, no longer feel meaningless, no longer feel as though you are merely existing without purpose. For you were not created for an ordinary life. You were made to bring glory to me, to be a vessel of my love to this world. So, my child, rise and walk in the mission I have placed within you. Open your heart to receive more from me, to be filled with my wisdom. Treasure my word, take time to listen to me, and let me guide you each day. When you put me first, you will see how everything else in your life falls into place beautifully. When you choose to walk in my word, you will never have regrets. When you make me your highest priority, you will find that nothing in this world can compare to the joy of living in my will. Go and testify about me. Speak of me to those who do not yet know me. Spread the love you have received. Let the world see that I am life. I am hope. I am peace. I am the one who can transform all things. Let yourself become a part of my great plan, a plan that not only changes your life, but also the lives of those you encounter. My beloved child, I am calling you into a life of full surrender, a life built on faith, a life wrapped in love. I am not calling you to walk hesitantly or fearfully. I am calling you to move forward with trust, with a willing heart, and with unwavering determination. For when you obey me, when you place your faith in me without hesitation, when you hold firmly to my word and allow me to lead, you will witness wonders unfold in your life. You will see my promises come to pass, my protection surrounding you, my mighty hand making a way for you, even when it seems there is no way. My child, obedience to me is not a burden, but the key to unlocking doors you never thought you could walk through. Obedience to me is not a constraint, but the path that leads you into true freedom. When you choose to obey me, you do not lose anything of value. On the contrary, you receive more than you can imagine. You will step into an unshakable peace, a joy that cannot be stolen, and a presence that nothing in this world can replace. But to live a life of obedience, you must learn to trust me, not only when it is easy, but even when you cannot see the road ahead, even when you do not understand everything, even when your circumstances seem unchanged. True faith is not believing in what you can see with your eyes, but trusting in the one whom you cannot see, yet knowing that he is working. My child, I want you to believe that I always go before you, always prepare the way for you, always set aside the best for you. When you trust in me, you will no longer worry about tomorrow. When you believe in me, you will not be shaken by trials. When you trust in me, you will see that everything I do in your life has a purpose, even the things you do not yet understand. Beloved one, I have not only called you to live in faith and obedience, but I have also called you to walk in love. Not the love that this world defines, love with conditions, love that changes, love based on self-interest, but the love that comes from me. A love that is unwavering, selfless, and unrelenting. A love that is willing to sacrifice, willing to forgive, willing to endure all things, to reveal my goodness to others. Love as I have loved you. Love not only those who are easy to love, but also those who have hurt you. Love not only when you receive something in return, but even when you receive nothing. Love with patience, with kindness, with a pure heart that seeks no personal gain. For when you love as I love, you will experience a joy that the world cannot give. When you love with my love, you will become a light, a blessing, a vessel of my hands reaching those who need healing. My child, when you walk in obedience, faith, and love, you will see your life transformed in ways you never imagined. You will see doors open before you, things that once seemed impossible become possible. You will walk in peace even when storms rage around you. You will experience joy regardless of circumstances. You will know that my presence is not just a distant idea, but a living reality, a reality that surrounds you, upholds you, and guides you in every moment. You will see victory in your life, not victory by the world's standards, but true victory. Victory over fear, victory over doubt, victory over the things that once held you back. You will overcome obstacles you once thought were impossible to face. You will witness my hand at work, see my promises fulfilled in your life. But, my child, all of this begins with a decision. The decision to put me above all else. The decision to obey, even when you do not yet understand. The decision to trust, even when you have not yet seen the outcome. The decision to love, even when you have not yet received anything in return. Are you ready to walk according to my calling? Are you ready to trust that I know what is best for you? Are you ready to let me lead you on a journey you have never imagined? If you are ready, I promise you will never have to regret it. For once you walk with me, you will see that fear is gone. Anxiety fades, and you no longer feel lost. You will know that you are exactly where you belong, in my loving arms, within my eternal plan, and in the fullness of my will. So, my child, walk in obedience, live by faith, and let my love flow through you. When you do this, you will not only see transformation in your own life, but you will become an instrument of change for those around you. You will be a light in the darkness, a beacon of hope for those who have lost their faith. and a source of life for weary souls. You were not born to live an ordinary life. You were born to reflect my glory. You were created to walk in strength, in victory, and in a purpose greater than yourself. Walk with me, and you will see that your life is not only blessed, but also becomes a blessing to many. Choose the path of obedience. Choose the path of faith. Choose the path of love. Walk in my light, and you will never have to walk in darkness again. Now, come before me and offer this prayer. Heavenly Father, open my eyes to see the boundaries you have set for me. Grant me discernment so that I will not be deceived by the enemy's lies. Give me an obedient heart so that I will not cross those boundaries and stray from your presence and protection. Lord, give me the strength to resist all temptations. Help me recognize the traps the enemy sets before me. Help me stand firm in faith and not step beyond the line that leads to destruction. Lord, grant me wisdom to know the right path. Give me clarity to distinguish between truth and deception. Help me listen to your voice and walk in your light. Lord, shield me from the snares of the enemy. Protect my mind, heart, and soul from every attack. Lead me away from every path that leads to downfall. Lord, grant me peace in moments of uncertainty and confusion. Give me courage to face every temptation without wavering. Help me trust in you in all circumstances. Lord, if I have already stepped beyond the boundary, please forgive me. Restore me and lead me back to the path of righteousness. Give me a repentant heart and a spirit of obedience. Lord, teach me humility and surrender to your will. Help me forsake pride and rely on your strength instead of my own. Lord, please help me to always be watchful and vigilant against every scheme of the enemy. Grant me discernment to recognize every trap and not fall into its deception. Lord, deliver me from every chain of sin and temptation. Grant me victory over all forces of darkness, and help me stand firm in your righteousness. Lord, reveal your will to me. Let me understand the plan you have for my life, so that I do not go astray. Guide my steps according to your direction. Lord, grant me discernment to distinguish the path of righteousness from the deception of the enemy. Help me make sound judgments and not be deceived. Lord, help me to place my complete trust in you. Let me rely on your strength rather than my own wisdom. Lead me in the way of righteousness. Lord, protect my soul from every attack of the enemy. Keep me in your presence so that I do not lose my way. Let me dwell in your eternal love and divine protection. Lord, today I come before you with humility and full surrender. I place my life in your hands, for I know that only in you can I find true peace. Teach me to trust completely in your infinite wisdom, so that I do not become anxious over what I do not yet understand. Lord, help me to submit to your will in every circumstance. When I face difficulties, grant me patience to wait for your perfect timing and unwavering faith, so that I do not doubt the path you are leading me on. When I cannot comprehend the trials I am enduring, help me remain steadfast in faith, not faltering but standing firm in your guidance. Lord, fill my heart with your strength, so that no matter how fierce the storms of life may be, my faith will not waver. When I am weak, remind me that your power sustains me. When I am weary, be my place of refuge and peace. When I am in doubt, remind me of your promises, so that I am not overcome by fear or anxiety. Protect my mind from negative thoughts, baseless fears, and temptations that pull me away from you. Grant me a pure heart, a resilient spirit, and unwavering faith, so that I may always walk in wisdom and hope. Lord, guide my steps on the path of righteousness, so that I may live in truth and never go astray. Grant me the courage to face every challenge, and the wisdom to make the right decisions according to your will. Even if I must walk through the darkest valleys, remind me that you are always with me, and that nothing can separate me from your love. Lord, I believe that you are working in my life, and that everything you do is good. Help me live each day with gratitude, patience, and hope, so that I may always walk firmly in your grace. I offer this prayer in the holy name of Jesus Christ. Amen. If you love the Lord, don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications so you won't miss any meaningful and life-giving messages from Him. Together, we will grow in faith and live a life fulfilled in His love. Amen.